Hi guys, I'm glad that you guys made it to the third lesson of this whole trading course. And the problem with most traders is that they tend to give up easily. And now that you're in the third month of this training, I believe that you guys are really serious about trading. And I believe that you will be able to make money from trading one day. Okay? And most importantly, you have to learn what I teach you in this trading techniques and then put it to practice, and you will definitely make money in the trading. These are the tricks and techniques that I learned through the hard way in trading, and today I'm just giving you all the information without reserve. And I hope that one day you guys will become a successful trader. Okay? And that's the whole purpose of this course. Okay, so let's begin with today's course, which is the M pivot trading system. I bet that you guys have heard of pivot points, and the reason why I like to use pivot point is because it is one of the tools that those big dog traders tend to use. Therefore, you find that the price usually respect this level. It's because this is the tool that most professional traders are using, and therefore the price usually move according to it. Okay, so I bet that you guys have heard of the normal pivot point, which is the pivot, the R1, R2, R3, R4, which is the resistance level, S1, S2, S3, S4, which is the support level. However, in this pivot trading system here that we are using the M pivots, which is the M1, M2, M3, M4 pivots point, which is something not very common. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to use it, and it's very useful. Okay, so let's begin with the training today. So first of all, like I've told you just now, the common pivot levels, right, are actually the pivot levels. The R1, R2, R3, R4, which is the resistance levels. S1, S2, S3, S4, which is the support levels. However, what we are using here in this training is actually the mid level of this above pivot point, which is the M1, M2, M3, M4. Okay, so between the pivots, right, and the S1, between the pivot and S1, okay, it's actually the M2. Between the pivots and the S1 is the M2. Okay, the M2 pivot is the mid level of S1 and pivots. Between the S1 and S2, we have the M1. So you can see here, S1, S2 in between we have M1, S1 pivot in between we have the M2, pivot R1 in between we have M3, R1, R2 in between we have M4. And this is what we are going to use here today in this M pivots trading system. Okay, so let me show you an example of how this thing looks like. Okay, so let's take a look at the euro dollar hourly chart, and let's take a look here. Okay, you can see that I've already plotted out this M pivot levels. You can see the pivots, S1, S2, which is the common one. Okay, R1, R2, which is common one. In between them, we have the M4. In between this, we have M3. In between this, we have M2. In between this, there's M1. Okay, in most trading platforms, they actually don't provide you with the M pivot level, and therefore you find that the price actually, hey, how come the price in between the pivot levels and the R1 makes some movement? You can see it's actually hitting a M3 and it react to it. You can see that. Okay, between the pivot and the S1, you can see the price as it goes down, it hit the M2, it reacts to it. You can see that. Okay, and with this M pivot, you have a clearer picture of why the price moved in this way. However, this is not the main thing of this M pivot that we are using it today. I'm going to show you how we are going to use the M pivot level to determine the range of the price for the day. That means that the price will move between this level to this level for the day, M1, M3. How do I know? And this is what you're going to learn in this trading technique today. Okay, so let's continue our lesson. Okay, so first of all, before we can talk about how to use it, you must know how to plot this level. Okay, in order to plot this level, you need to obtain the open value, high value, low value, and the close value of the previous day data. So what do I mean by that? That means, let's say today is Friday, and I'm going to plot the M pivots for today, Friday. This is what I need. I need the open value, okay, of Thursday. Okay, the value where the price opened on Thursday, the highest value of the price on Thursday, the lowest value of the price on Thursday, and the close value of the price on Thursday. Then I take this 4 value, I go to this website which is the pivot point calculator website. This is a place where you have a free pivot point calculator, and you enter the value. It will help you to calculate the M pivots level out, and then you can plot it yourself on your chart. Okay, so let me demo to you how to obtain this M level in case you don't really understand what I'm talking about here. To give you a clearer picture, let's take a look at this example. Okay, using the hourly euro dollar hourly chart, right, we are going to plot this level. Do note that to plot the M pivot level, you need the hourly chart. To plot the M pivot level, you need to use the hourly chart. You can use any other time frame. You need the hourly chart to plot the M pivot out. Then you can just plot this M pivot on any time frame that you want. Okay, you can plot on a 15-minute chart, it's fine. Okay, however, I usually use this M pivot level on the hourly chart itself, because I obtain it from there. I plot an hourly chart, it can give me a better picture, but it's fine. I've tried in 15-minute chart and it works, so you don't have to worry. You can try it on a 15-minute chart, but I don't advise you to try it on a higher level time frame, which is the 4-hour chart or the daily chart. You can use it on a hourly chart, 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart is fine. Okay, so let's go now to actually let me show you how you actually get this M pivot levels. Okay, so let's go to the euro dollar hourly chart to take a look. Okay, so here we have a let's say that today is the actually the 11, right? Today is, let's say example is 11 January, and I want to plot M pivot level here for the day. Okay, so what I do, I will just plot a horizontal vertical line between the 0000 hour, okay, 0000 hour of the 11 January, okay, to the 0000 hour of the 10th of January. That means it's 24 hours. You can see that this line here represent the 0000 hours on the 10th of January, and this line represent the 0000 hours on the 11th of January, which is a 1-day data. Can you see that? Okay, so with this, now I need to obtain the open value. So you can see this is the first candle, okay, of the day on the 10th January. This is the first candle. So what I do, I just click on it. See, you can see there's an open value 1.27794. So all I need to do, I just record this now on a piece of paper, 1.27794. okay, then can I take a look here within the whole day, where is the highest level? Can you see that the highest level is here on this candle? So you just click on this candle, record down the high 1.28172, just record on a piece of paper, and then take a look here, where's the lowest level of the whole day? You can see it's actually here. Click on it, record the low 1.27273, and then the close value, which is where the price closed on the last day. Okay, so you just click on it. Okay, here this is the 11th January, so here is the last day. It closed at 1.27408. okay, so with this data, now I'll go to the pivot point calculator. Okay, you just have to key in the website, okay, which is here, and you will get to here. So all you have to do now is just, you can see here, they say high, low, closed. So high, we have recorded that the high level is 1.28172. okay, the low is 1.27273. the close 1.27408. okay, then just press calculate. Don't change here, classic will do. Okay, calculate, you calculate all the pivot level from pivot point R1, R2, the M3, M4, M2. Some of you may say that my platform is able to help me to calculate the normal pivot level. All I have to do is just draw a line in the middle of it. Okay, however, this one thing that you have to take note, this M pivot level, right, it only works if your pivot points are calculated based on the 0000 hours to the 0000 hours of the next day. I know that there's some pivot the platform that helps you calculate your pivot level. However, they start from the 1700 hours, which is let me show you an example here, which is this one. Can you see here? Okay, this is calculated based on the 1700 hours, not the 0000 hours, and therefore with this pivot plotted, you're unable to actually use the M pivot system. M pivot system only works if your pivots is calculated based on the 0000 hours, which is the start of the day, okay, to the end of the day. But therefore, we have to calculate manually using these pivot calculators to get all the value. And with this value, right, we will now plot the pivot point ourselves. So let me show you how it works. Okay, you just have to plot the horizontal line. Okay, our pivot is 1.2762. Okay, 1.2762. Okay. Then after that, the M3, we have a 1.2779. 2779. Then we have our R1, 1.2796. N4, 1.2824. And so on. All you do is just plot out all this level. Okay, can you see that I actually use the pivot to be the black color line and the rest to be the gray, so it's easier for me to identify. Okay, so this is the pivot point. Above it will be the M3, right? R1, N4, and so on. So now we have plotted all the pivot level, and now I'm going to show you how you're going to use this pivot level in your trading. Okay, so let's go back to PowerPoint. Okay, so I hope that you understand how to plot this. It's very simple. Just get the open, high, low, close value, then go to calculator and sub in the value, and then record down this value, and you can just plot it on your chart now, okay, on the day. So let's go back to the PowerPoint, and I will go through more about how you use this pivot calculators, pivot points and pivot points in your trading. Okay. Okay, so how do we use this M pivot levels? Okay, the step one just now, this is actually what we have done. So we mark the open price of the currency pair at 000 hours of previous day, then mark the open price of the currency pair on the 000 today, which is actually the open price for today is actually the close price for the day before. So actually it's the same. Okay, so now if the open price of the previous day is lower than the open price of today, okay, today the price will only be moving within the M2 and the M4 pivots, and this is what we call the M2 M4 pivot days. Okay, however, if the open price of the previous day is higher than the open price of today, okay, so the price will only be moving within the M1 and M3 pivot level, and this is what we call the M1 M3 days. So what do I mean by that? Let me go to example to show you. So example, let me show you how actually we have M1 M3 days, and using the euro dollar hourly chart that we have plotted just now. Okay, can take a look here. Okay, this is okay. Let's take a look here. Can you see the open is here? The open for the day is here. It's so high. Okay, and the open for the previous day, the open for the previous day is so high. You can see here. The open for today, can you see, is lower. So in other words, today the open price is lower than the open price of the previous day, and we are seeing a M1 M3 day. Okay, go back to the tutorial, the slide, and you can see here, if the open price for the previous day is higher than the open price of today, the previous day is higher than today, we have a M1 M3 day, which is what we are seeing here. The previous day is actually higher than today. Can you see that? And we have M1 M3 day, which means that we are not interested in the other levels. We are only interested in the M1 M3 of the day. So if this is the pivot, this is the M3. I'll delete away the rest. better picture. This M2, we're not interested. This S1, we're not interested. This is the M1. Can you see this is the M1? This is your M3. Can you see that for the whole day? This is the whole day. I purposely put this vertical line to show you that the day ends here. And can you see for the whole day the price actually is held within this M1, M3. You can see hit M3, move down, hit M1, moved up, it moved within the M1, M3 level. You can see that? And this is how I actually use the M pivots to tell the range of the price for the whole day. Okay, and isn't this amazing? With this information, you're able to do a lot of things. Later on, I'll show you what you can do with it. Okay, but this is an example of M1, M3 day. Okay, and why this is M1, M3? Again, because the previous day opens higher than today, so it's the M1, M3 day. Okay, so I hope that you understand this, and I'm going to show you, right, an example, right, of this M2, M4, and now I'm going to plot it on a pound dollar hourly chart. Okay, so let's go to the pound dollar chart. So we have this pound dollar chart, hourly chart now, and we'll do the same thing. So let's say I'm going to plot the M pivot for this day on today here. So this is the data on the previous day. You can see between these two lines, this is the data for the previous day, but this is for today. So now what I do is I just click on the candle to find out what is the open price, which is 1.54467. I record it down. The highest, you can see, take a look here, where is the highest? Here is the highest. You can see that. You click, record down the highest level, 1.55415. Then the lowest is here, you can see 1.54346. Then open, which is the close. Okay, the close actually is actually here. The last candle here, the close level is the 1.55261. So with this, similarly, we'll go to this pivot calculator and key in the level. The high level 1.55415. The low level is 1.54346. 1.55261, and click on calculate. It'll calculate for you the pivot. Okay, so am I going to record everything down? No. Why? Because I know one thing. If the open price of the previous day is lower than the open price of today, it's an M2, M4 day. So let's take a look. Can you see the previous day is actually lower than today? Can you see today the price opened higher than the previous day? Can you see that? We are having an M2, M4 day. So we are not going to record out everything. We're just interested in the M2, 1.548, and the M4, 1.5587. Okay, and then we go back to our chart to plot the pivot level. Okay, so 1.548 is our M2, 1.5587 is my M4. And from here I knew that the price is going to move within this range. Can you see that? Okay, you can see that although the price did not hit here, but can you see that it did not break through any of this level. It hit the M2 and it bounced up. Can you see that? And this is how powerful this M pivot level is. So now let me recap you one more time. If your open for the day, for today, is higher than the open for the previous day, you have a M2, M4 day. You just have to plot M2, M4 pivot level. If the price today open lower than the price yesterday, you have a M1, M3 day. You just have to plot the M1, M3, and you know that the price will move within this range. Okay, so I bet most of you ask this question, is this 100% sure? And I will tell you that in trading there's nothing 100%. There are times whereby the price actually break through this or break through here. However, it works for at least 75% of the time, and that is what makes this M pivot system very powerful. As a trader, you have to accept the fact that there's nothing guaranteed in trading. Even if you have the highest probability setup, which means that all the indicators are aligned, you might still lose in the trade. Okay, so what we are doing here as a trader is that we are actually hoping to find a trade with high probability, so that it can give us a higher winning percentage of maybe 75%. Okay, and this is enough to make us very profitable for the whole month. Okay, and together with the risk reward ratio, you will be able to make constant income from trading. Okay, so later on I'll tell you more about this, but for today the lesson is about M pivot level, and I hope that you really find this system very powerful and you will actually put it to practice. Okay, so let us go back to the PowerPoint to see what we can do with these M pivot levels. Okay, so the M pivot levels is a very good exit tools. Why do I say that it's an exit tool? Because you know that the price is going to hit the level and not exceed the levels. Let's say for example, okay, let's say for example, I enter a short trade somewhere here. Let's say somewhere here, I enter a short trade. Okay, then where am I going to exit my position? So when the price goes down and hit the M1, I knew that it is not going to exit this level for today, and I have to exit my so-called position. So therefore, the M pivot serves as a very good exit point. You knew that the price is not going to exceed this level, and therefore it's wise for me to exit my position now. Okay, and this is exactly what I'm using the M pivot for. It serves as a very good exit point. Secondly, it serves as a very good support and resistance. Because you know that the price is not going to exit this level, it is a very good support and resistance. Okay, so you see here, the price here is a good resistance. It actually bounced down. You hit here, you know there's a good support. It's going to bounce up again. Okay, similarly for this M2, M4, you can see the price. Once it hits the M2, I know that it's going to go up, and indeed it went up. You can see that, and therefore you can use the M pivot levels as an exit point, as a support and resistance point. Okay, and this is a very powerful thing that you have to know. As a trader, you must know that the price is where the price is going to move for the day, and it helps you to make an entry, make an exit. Okay, and you can do a lot of things with it. Okay, and all you have to do is just put this system to practice for the whole month. You have the whole month to practice drawing these M pivot levels, and then try to integrate it into a trading system to see if you can have higher winning percentage. Okay, so in our next lesson, in the next month, it is time for us to come up with a strategy, and I'm going to share with you the confluence of support strategy that I'm using in my trading. So what does this confluence support strategy made up of? It made up of the M pivot points, the pivot points, the Fibonacci overlap that you have learned in the previous lesson, and with all this combined, we are going to come up with a confluence of support strategy. And in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how you are going to use them to formulate a strategy and make money from it. So till next month, you just have to practice this M pivots, and make sure you still remember the overlap Fibonacci and put it in practice as well. In the next lesson, I'll show you how to use them to formulate a strategy. So wish you all the best in trading, and talk to you soon.